Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins every podcast episode. We bring the heat, strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is going on, Just Bet Slips family? Professor Parlay and Poolside Pat coming to you. We have some bets from other people who won't be on the show. I'll try to do the best I can do to explain it, but we're gonna at least have us two. We're gonna have our bets going on, and after we're done with our bets, we're gonna be having some WrestleMania talk as it is day
brother.
So it's gonna be a long packed show. Appreciate anybody who comes in. Check us out. This may also be our WrestleMania talk, maybe the preview to a podcast in the future. As a lot of us who bet are also wrestling fans. But yeah, so this is going to be our show.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. This is going to be our show for today. While Pat is doing his thing, I'm going to go ahead and go through the disclaimer. Number one, we are not professional gamblers. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Although we are not professional gamblers, if you followed us yesterday and followed our tabletops and our last calls, you would have made about 15 units yesterday. Because all three of us moved up units yesterday and hit decent amount of bets. Please gamble responsibly at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford. And only bet what you can afford to lose, which is the most important rule to me, because if you do that, then you're covered no matter what. And then number three, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, we're not professional gamblers. Shows for fun and entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. And gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if needed. They will get you in contact with people that can help you out. And lastly, we're also not affiliated with any specific sports book. We're affiliated with a few other things, though. First, our main sponsor has always been Nevin. They've been with us from day one. I've got my Roscoe P. Jenkins that I like to call right here. They are the Roscoe Jams from Nevin. They are great. They are polarized, and they have coverage. If you lose them, chip them. They're stolen. They cover them. You just fill out a form, and they will replace them. If you use our link on our X, and sometimes in the link, I'm in the chat when PD King is here, you get 30% off of one, or buy one get two free. I've always stated if you're going to buy prescription sunglasses, use the 30% off. If you're going to just get regular sunglasses, use that buy one get two free. No matter what, you get free shipping over $50. So both of those deals will get you free shipping because you're going to be spending over $50 whether you buy the one or you buy three. The buy one go in two deal is great because I think it's like $85 shipped. You get three polarized pairs of sunglasses that come with coverage in case you lose them and chip them and they're stolen. So we really like Nevin and I wear here. They're kind of awesome. So like I said, we're not with a sports book. We are with something that is very similar to sports book, and they are even more like a sports book now because they've made some updates to their site. But that is Playvo, formerly known as Player Profit. If you don't know what Playvo is, they have a challenge system. Essentially, you buy a package. The packages range from $30 all the way up to $500. If you use code JTBS, you get 10% off. So you'll get that $30 package for $27. If you buy that $30 package, you get a $1,000 bankroll to bet with. And in that $1,000 bankroll, you are essentially making bets just like you would any other sports book. And you're trying to get to 10% profit before you get to 10% losses for the first challenge. If you complete challenge 1, you move on to challenge 2, in which case you have to get to 15% profit before getting to 10% losses. And if you complete challenge 2, then you are funded, and then you get to cash out up to 70% of your winnings up to that point going forward. Or if you don't like the 2-challenge system, they have a blitz system. And in the blitz system, all you have to do is you use that same $1,000 bankroll. You have to get to 25% profit before getting to 10% losses. If you're able to complete that challenge and you're funded, you get to cash out up to 70% of that up to that point and going forward. Is a great bet. A great for those who like to make the single bets and make the safe bets. Don't bet a ton of bets every day. There are other rules, regulations, stipulations. Check out Playvo/Player Profits website. They will give you the rules, regulations. There are minimum amounts of bet per challenge and things like that. But we've hit this best bet 3 days in a row now. We're going for four in a row today, and to get the 4 in a row today for my best, Jordan Walker 2+ hits, runs, RBIs at -1. Let me explain why. 1, he's on a 12-game hitting streak.
Yeah.
2, in that 12 games, he has 41 hit, runs, and RBIs over that time, which comes out to an average of 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs per game over that 12-game stint. He is not just hitting home runs, which he has hit 7 over this 12 games, but he's not just hitting home runs. He's killing the ball regardless of whether it's going over the fence or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you know, I am not a Cardinals guy. We have a Cardinals guy here. However, I can't ignore these numbers. 41 hits, runs, and RBIs over 12 games is wild. That's Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Shohei Ohtani territory.
I know he has 8 home runs. He's tied with Aaron Judge.
I know Poolside's gonna have his name come up a little bit later, but he is our best bet of the day. And I was actually surprised I got this as close to even money as I got it. So I got it at -113. There was a couple of pitcher ones I thought about, some nerfies, but I didn't like the odds because those were like -160 or something. I didn't like those. So this was better odds, and I love this based on my same list that I go to bet on home runs. Jen was asking about hits yesterday, so I showed her the site that I used last year for hit streaks, and that one breaks down the hits, runs, and RBIs and home runs over that span. And when I saw him at 7 home runs, and it was like 18 RBIs and like 10 runs scored, and it was some ridiculous amount, 13 hits or something like that. It was some ridiculous amount. He's hitting a lot of multiple hit games, so you can get there that way. He's on base a lot, so he can score a lot. This team is also scoring a fair amount. They are scoring, them and the Braves both. We both can be happy to watching this because they're both averaging around 6-7 runs a game right now, which is kind of wild. So I love this the other day. I feel like we're going to hit this and hit 4 in a row. We're trying to make a full comeback after that start that we had. We were at almost -7 at one point. We're down to 3.8 now after this 3-day run. So hopefully within the next couple of days, we'll be back to plus money on the best bet of the day.
I am glad that because you're one of the first, or you are the first on this show other than me, but you are the first one people like get on the Jordan Walker train right now. He is. I said something that I'm not going to say again on air the other day, referring to Aaron Judge and Jordan Walker. But he finally figured something out. He has the tools. He's 23 years old. He is a mammoth of a man. He's huge, and he's fast, and he's just awesome. And the fact that you are now subscribing to the Jordan Walker subscription is he is one of the hottest hitters in baseball, and you just spelled it out for the people. So I'm not trying to be as big of a homer as I am, literally and figuratively. I still will not bet Cardinals money line, but the fact that you almost got this at even money is insane.
I couldn't believe it either, to be honest with you.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's batting .315 with 8 home runs, 16 RBIs with 1,060 OPS.
I mean, he's not going to keep that up all year.
If he did keep that up all year, that's the MVP of the league. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's the MVP.
That's a pace that not even Judge is keeping up with. So sure, he's not going to keep that pace, but it's insane.
Now he is solidified himself as a
potential MVP. I agree. Right now, if they voted, it would have to be him.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know if you did this. No, you didn't do this for me. You did this.
Oh, no, not at all. Like literally, I pulled up. I'll tell you the website that I use.
Yeah. Can you actually share? You want to share the screen of the website? You can even just put it on the screen real quick.
So it's called baseballmusings.com.
Baseball Musings.
And they literally, and it basically shows the current hit streaks, and it updates every day. So he has the second longest hit streak in baseball right now. Currently, Adarmo Vargas is at 13 games. Jordan Walker and Wilson Contreras are at 12 games. But when I go to there to look at the hits, runs, RBIs totals, and he's at 10 runs, 18 hits, 13 RBIs with 7 home runs over that. And that's over that span of the 12 games that he's done that. And he's done that in 50 at bats. He almost has as many hit runs and RBIs as he has at bats. That's the wild part. He's at 40, I think it was 41 hits, runs, RBIs. He's only had 50 at bats over that period of time. So like, it's insane. It's an insane number.
He's raking, man. It's so much fun to see him like finally, whether it was the batting coach or hitting coach, whatever they call him, the hitting coach or whatever it was, like he's gone through so many iterations. And again, he's only 23. He came up when he was 19. Like he came up when he was 19, was sent down, came back up, and now he clearly figured something out. And it's just it's unreal, man. It's really fun. Cardinals are just a fun team, man. They're 11-8. They're outperforming everybody's expectations, myself included. Not to glaze the Cardinals too much because I do that enough anyway. But I love this bet. I love that you're thinking about the Cardinal, and it's not even you're not even doing you're using your brain. I mean, this bet is just brain.
A man's 6'6", 250. He's a linebacker with a baseball bat.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is it for the best bet of the day. I'm locking that in. I feel really good about it. And I to be fair, I took a while to do this morning. It was the last bet I made because I'm on 3 in a row and I want to keep this streak going. So I wouldn't have put this up if I didn't really believe in it.
So with Playvo, before we move on, with Playvo, just if you can educate me, when you're making this bet, like this specific bet on Playvo, are you doing like, you don't have to say necessarily the number, but like how much are you wagering on this?
Well, so the way it works is, say if you have that $30 package, which is the $1,000 bankroll, you're trying to get the 10% profit. So you're trying to get to 1,100 before you get to 900. Okay. So you got to base your bets and decide how many bets I'm willing to make with that $100. What I personally do, because I'm making these best bets, so these are bets that I should hit, assuming everything goes right. So yeah. I set mine up where my unit size for that is 25. So that basically gives me that's four full units out of that $100 that I'm allowed to use. And as long as I hit, if you hit a 50% rate, you're going to be breaking even. And then once you hit 2-3 in a row, like I just did, all of a sudden you're getting real close to that $100 profit you need to be at to move on to challenge 2. So you just really need to get into a little bit of a run like we have the last few days. And once you do that, then you'll clear the challenge easily. So as long as you're going 50-50 up to that point, making 50-50 bets basically, because these are even money bets.
Yeah.
So that's the way I do it. So basically you would bet 25 and you would get back like 47, 46 based on the odds, the way it is now. So then you would just have to hit like 4 or 5 of these and you would be funded moving on to the next level.
And are you going to end up doing the Nerfy?
Yeah, I'm going to. I haven't started yet. I'm going to definitely do it though, because I want to do a little bit more research on Nerfies and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I'm making those, I'm not because here's the downside to that. That thing is you can go many, like the guy I talked about went 100 and some days in a row. Yeah. The day you miss though, you lose 7 units. So that's why it's tough, because you start with 1, then you double. So you've got to make sure you're hitting multiple, like dozens in a row before. So like I really want to do the research and make sure I'm putting the right 3 down. So make sure that no matter what, I'm not putting something out there that somebody could lose 7 units in a day on.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I love this. And shout out Playbook. I mean, definitely get on there. Please use that code. Actually, I haven't looked at our account recently. I know a couple people have used it, so keep using it. And shout out to the best bet. Shout out Jordan Walker.
That's so. Yeah. Marquee matchup is next, so that is you.
Yes.
We hit last night, so.
Yes, we did. We hit last night. The marquee matchup has low key been pretty profitable. Today was Kirby and Evaldi. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm looking up some stats real quick. George Kirby, first of all, he's on one of my fantasy teams, so a little bit of bias. He has got 22 strikeouts on this season so far, and he's hit 6 in 3 of his 4 starts. So take that with what you will. Mr. Kirby is a strikeout guy. I know you're familiar with Mr. Kirby. I'm just going to do a quick math here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is like Francesa. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 starts last season. He had 6 or more, including multiple double-digit strikeouts, including a 14 strikeout game last season. If you're familiar with Kirby's game, then you know that this is a good bet for him. Evaldi, who has been in the league a long time. I don't think people realize he's 36 years old, and he's still spinning it pretty dang good. He's got 26 strikeouts compared to the young blood in George Kirby. And same thing with Mr. Kirby. Nathan Evaldi has hit 6+ in 3 of the 4 games. 3 games of 7 strikeouts. The only game he didn't hit it was a 5 strikeout performance against the Orioles. I'm going to do some more Francesa here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games last season. Nathan Evaldi had 6+ strikeouts. Look, that's what the marquee matchup is. It's 6 strikeouts. Okay. And I'm doing 1. 1 is my marquee matchup, which I'll always have on my tabletop. Today, however, thanks to the professor, because I haven't gotten my sports book situated since I moved here, I do have a bunch of other 6 strikeout parlays, but this is the one I'm circling. I have one that was +4, around 4 to 1. I had one that was around 3 to 1, 350 to 1. I had one that was minus money in Chris Sale and Chris Sanchez.
That was the one I thought you were going to go with until I saw the odds, and then I realized why you didn't go with that one.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't want to do minus money for the marquee, but then I went with this one because +182. You're going to get it right around there on any sportsbook that you use. I think this one is fun. It's at the end of the night, so you can ladder them. I think it's the last game of the day. So while you're watching WrestleMania, you can check your phone and see what these guys are doing. So shout out to George Kirby and Nathan Evaldi for the marquee matchup of the day. 6 strikeouts each. Let's get this. Let's win another marquee matchup. Hit 3 for 370 yesterday.
Yes.
So that was huge.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. Marquee matchup. Look, it's going to keep changing just like a lot of our segments, but I think we have a pretty good, solid foundation right now. I mean, I think as long as the professor approves, which I think you do, I think it's a fun little segment for.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Baseball's a long season, so
yeah, I love the segment because and like you said, it has been pretty profitable.
Yeah, 100%
so far.
And we'll track the units next month. We're not going to track them this month. This was a trial. We'll track the units next month, but I'm probably up units, I would imagine.
Oh, 100%. Because you've hit a few that were like close to +400.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think what I wanted, there's no limitations, but I think what I want to be is like it has to be a plus sign. But I also want I don't want to go further than 400. So it's pretty much just anything less than anywhere from plus even money like 100 to 400 is like my gap. Is what I'm gonna shoot for.
So I did want to talk about George Kirby because, as you know, he's one of the guys that I ride a lot. And you're going to see him. You're going to see him on the very next slide. So I have him for 6 strikeouts. I have him for 6 strikeouts today as well. He's done it for 3 out of 4 games. The only game he missed was against Texas, who he is playing.
5, right?
However, in the game against Texas, he went 8 innings. He pitched very well in that game. The strikeouts weren't there because they were hitting a lot of ground balls in that game. I think that was a fluke. If he can go 7 innings today or 8, even like he did last time, he's definitely getting 6 strikeouts. So, and that was literally the only game he missed. Was the other ones he went 6, 6, and 6 in the other games. and that was against the Guardians, the Astros, and the Yankees, all teams that are good hitting teams. So like he has the strikeout in him. Chris was sweating Castillo last night for the Mariners, but he pulled it out at the end. Chris was doing a lot of cussing until he hit, but that is it. We're gonna go to 750 Club, which speaking of cussing, we missed this by one leg yesterday. The one leg was Detroit Tigers money line. They lost 1-0 in the bottom of the 10th inning. And
wow.
I've officially made my decision. I hate this runner on second in extra innings. I hate it.
Yeah.
You spend the entire game playing one way, and then you lose a game over.
I know.
Because you put him on second, the guy steals third, the game's over on a sac fly. It's like it's stupid.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I don't know, man.
I understand you want to speed things along. I get it.
Yeah, there are days that I completely agree with you, and then there are days.
If you want to put them on first, I would like it better.
Actually, I think that's probably how you solve it. Because
here's literally what happened in that game. They put the runner on second. The very first pitch was a wild pitch. He goes to third. They get a ground ball out. Game over.
Yep.
Like at least in the other scenario, they steal second. Then you still got a base to work with and a couple outs. Like you can get out of that jam. You put them on second.
I actually completely agree.
Impossible to get out of that jam.
I completely agree with what you just said. I think the way that you fix it is instead of second, it's first. Like that's what it should be.
But I do understand.
And I wouldn't hate that at all. I think that would be fine.
Yeah. So, but for me, you're gonna see a lot of strikeout bets because there's a lot of top tier pitching today.
Woohoo! Yeah.
I'm just picking the guys to throw strikeouts that are supposed to throw strikeouts. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're starting with Paul Skeens. I know he hasn't hit 7 strikeouts this year. He's hit 6 in his last couple. No, he hasn't because he started off with that one game where he got blown out.
Yeah.
His last 3 starts, he's pitched amazing. He hasn't given up hardly any runs, but he had 6 strikeouts in all 3 of those games. He started this year slow, but Paul Skeens is Paul Skeens, and he's starting to remember who he is. And as every start, he's gotten better and better and better, gone deeper, and he's looking better. I think today is the day he gets to 7. He had no problem getting to this dozens of times last year. He's going to get there again. Tariq Skubal, he's only had 3 starts. He's hit 7, and 2 of them, his only miss was 6 strikeouts. And Boston is ranked 20th in strikeouts. They strike out a lot. I think Skubal is going to get a lot of strikeouts today. We got Christopher Sanchez. He's hit this in 3 of his 4 starts. You already kind of touched on Sanchez. The Braves are a very, very good offensive team, but they also strike out a fair amount. So they'll get a lot of runs, but when they get out, they typically strike out. For example, Austin Riley hit 2 home runs yesterday, and he struck out 3 times. So, like, he went 2 for 5, had 2 home runs, but he struck out 3 times. So they do strike out a fair amount. So I think Sanchez gets to 7. Then lastly, we talked about it, George Kirby, 6+ strikeouts. He's also hit it in 3 or 4. I think that he goes deep today. He'll hit it again. We got this at plus 939, boosted to 1174. Like, if you had seen these numbers last year, there's no way this bet would have been that big. Like,
yeah. Like,
so,
June, if you make this bet in June or July, you're probably not getting it at 939.
Right. And like,
I think the number's a little elevated because it's so early in the season.
And that's exactly why I did it, because I was like, I want to take advantage of the fact that might have been a slow start, but we're at like 4 and 5 starts for these guys now. They're starting to find their way, and this is where we start. I think we start seeing the true versions of themselves come out. And
the aces.
Yes, people on schemes are like Cy Young candidates. So is Sanchez. And Kirby's my favorite guy to bet on, for one of my favorite guys to bet on outside.
ESPN actually just released. You can find it somewhere. They I don't know what the parameters of it were, but they're aces, like the top 10 aces in baseball. And I mean,
it's probably just day one starters.
Well, do you want to take a guess on where the three of the Kirby wasn't on there, but he was close.
Kirby wouldn't be on there, but
the 3 guys, do we want to guess where they were positioned in top 10?
If I had to guess, I would say Skubal 1, Skeens 3, Sanchez 6.
Sanchez 7, Skeens 2, Skubal 1.
Okay, I was close. I was 1 off on.
So there you go. And the fact that I can't believe Skeens hasn't hit 7 yet. So that makes me feel good about my bets. But
Oh, I did not mean to
Oh,
skip.
there we go. Oh, yeah, go back.
But I was just making sure we didn't have another segment, and then I accidentally skipped to it.
Did you put WrestleManias? Did you put WrestleMania slide?
Yes, we do have a WrestleMania slide. It is at the very end. But it is that time. We actually have a tabletop from C Money, and Chick Picks Jen is dipping her toe in basketball. Because she doesn't like the fact that she's the only person on the right side, so she said she's making a comeback.
Whoa!
So I'm going to give her picks today. She won't be here because she's getting her hair did. But
because C Money hit yesterday, right? He's on the
and he hit that last call for plus 565 yesterday. So he's on the right side. But it is time for the table top.
Bang! Let's go. All right, yeah. So I already talked about it, and I meant to change it. It's Bello. It's Bello and Scooble. I had Skeens on my mind, but that bet is Bello and Scooble.
Oh, I got you.
Skeens. That's on me. That was my fault. I didn't catch it in time. But anyway, marquee matchups is obviously on there every day, like the best bet of the day, like the PD of the day. It's my new thing, so get with it. And then I decided, I was looking at the matchups, and I just thought that there was a lot of really good pitching matchups today. So I started with Skeens and Rasmussen. You touched on Skeens, the fact that he's 6 in every start. Is that what you said?
No, 6 and 3 of the starts.
6 and 3.
His first start, he got rocked, so he didn't get there.
So, but then
ever since that start, he's locked in and gotten 6 every start.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I don't really need much data to tell you it's Paul Skeens. So 6 seems easy, not easy, but for him, it does seem easy. Rasmussen, who's been hurt a lot in the last year or two, but he still ended up with 5 games with 6 strikeouts last season. Got that at a nice 325. As I said, it's Brian Bayo, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just saying that. And it was supposed to be Scooble. I had Skeens on my brain, so it's Bayo and Scooble. No really explanation necessary for Scooble. 6, I think his over under is 8.5. It might even it's 7.5 or 8.5. It's one of the two. He's good. He's a lot for that. And Bayo had 6 starts last year where he hit 6 strikeouts. Next is Brandon Woodruff. In 64 in 2/3 innings pitched, he had 9 such starts where he hit 6 strikeouts. He was hurt for a lot of the year. Came back looking like the ace that he potentially is. And Sandy Alcantara, shout out the Cardinals, is looking like the Cy Young that he once was a couple of years ago. And I think that 6 is easy for him. I got that at 450. Obviously, the easiest one out of all of this is Mr. Sale. The Chris Sale and the Chris Sanchez's of the world don't really need to explain that. I think that's probably the easiest 6 strikeout unless they get rocked. Obviously, it's the only minus money bet there, but I liked it at minus 120. I think that's honestly, to me, that's free money. I don't see a world where that does not hit. Oh, and by the way, Chris Sale was on that ace.
That makes sense. Speaking of age, that man's 37 years old, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out Chris Sale. And I mean, he just won a Cy Young. Like he's, and he had the Tommy John. He had, he got hurt, but he's back, and he's just There's very few. What's the word I'm looking for? There's very few deliveries. The way that he throws the ball, like it just looks like fake sometimes. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love him so much. He's on my fantasy team too. So I have Kirby and I have Sale today for 6 strikeouts. So that would help my fantasy team, and it would potentially help my wallet because the professor is betting for me today. So I'm hoping that I just win and he gets his dollar back. No unit shaming. My last MLB bet will be the Jordan Walker and JJ. We talked about Jordan Walker. I'm very happy that finally got actual stats from the professor about Jordan Walker. It's about time that this show respected Jordan Walker and respected the Cardinals. It's crazy that it's taken this long. It's crazy that it's been so long that we haven't talked about the Cardinals or respected them. As somebody who just a conscientious observer and doesn't have a dog in the fight, it's so great that finally somebody with stats came to talk about
the man who's literally sitting in a room in the middle of St. Louis has no.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No
Shout out
bearing
to
on
Jordan Walker. And then JJ. Look, JJ is my guy. He's definitely hit a little bit of a rookie. I don't know what the word would be, like a rookie. I don't know. He's hit the rookie wall. He's certainly a learning curve right now, but he is still a very talented player. He's capable of a home run on any given day. He's capable of a hit and a stolen base. He's capable of a run, again with his feet. So getting that at 2-1, I thought was a steal. And then on the other side of the association, it's the Knicks. What do you want me to do? I'm doing my Knicks bet. These are my Knicks bets, okay? I'm a simple man. I make simple bets. It's Cat double, Brunson 2+3s, Knicks to win. Screw the Hawks. No more Trae Young. Trae Young's a piece of garbage. I'm glad he's not there anymore. Give me that 122, and then give me Cat double, and I'll eat those 5.5 points. Give it to me all day, every day. And then Pucky, I'm riding with the Flyers because I hate the Penguins. And shout out to CJ. That's all. That's what I got. Let's go Cardinals. Let's go Knicks. And let's go Flyers. Let's go all my strikeout bets.
So I have two notes for you. One,
okay.
I may or may not have put every single one of those 6 strikeouts together in a parlay for plus 8,684.
Can you throw $1 on that for me?
I got you. And 2, you want more Cardinal stats. Although JJ did hit a wall, he's hit 2+ in 3 of the last 4 games. So
yay!
He's
he hit a little bit of a lull in the last week, but then I think he's starting to climb back up.
What's wild is the man had 1 hit yesterday, but scored 3 runs.
JJ?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He scored 3 runs on 1 hit because he got walked twice. And
so that would have hit this bet.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then 2 days before that, he had 2 hits and scored 2 runs. So
Jordan had 2 yesterday too, right? At least right?
2 of his last 3 games, he's had 4 hits, runs, and RBIs. So
he is a machine. They're machines, dude. And then you want to know a crazy thing? Jordan Walker came up at 19. He's been in the bigs for 3 years now. Him and JJ Witherholt are the same age. I think that's crazy.
Cardinals have 11 wins, by the way.
Oh, well, okay, she's fine. We might have gotten scammed by a couple cute little girls here.
No.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's a whole other story. Yeah, they came offering cookies for school supplies, and we gave them $200. They were selling cookies for like $2, and we were just like, they're so cute and cool, and we wanted to be like one of those we gave them $200, and then now they're knocking on our door asking for more stuff, and it's just like I think we got scammed, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Shout out to St. Louis.
Well, I'm gonna run mine up next. I have a strikeout ladder parlay. We hit the strikeout ladder parlay yesterday, so I'm running.
Great. Oh, I love this. I got
Freddie Peralta 5+ strikeouts. He's hit 5+ strikeouts in all 4 games this year. Yes, that.
Can you put $1 on that for me too?
I got you.
Just keep my tab. Just keep a tab.
So we got 5+ strikeouts all 4 games. He's averaging 6.1 strikeouts per game. Paul Skeens 6+ strikeouts. He's hit it 3 of his last 4, 3 straight. I think 6 is an easy number for him. I think he's getting a 7, but I like him for 6. And then Chris Sale 7+ strikeouts. He's only hit it in 2 of the 4 games. One of those games he went 8 innings and just was another one of those days, kind of like Kirby had, where he went 8 innings, pitched very well, only gave up 2 runs, but a lot of ground balls. This Phillies lineup, he has good history with. He has struck them. He played them 3 times last year. He was 2 for 3 hitting this number against them last year. He has a lot of strikeouts against the bats in this lineup, so I like him today. Got that at plus 207, boosted that to 259. My NBA parlay, I literally took one bet I like from each game, and I bet it in a parlay. So all of these, this is one person from every game today. We've got James Harden, 6+ assists. He's averaging 8 on the season. Towards the tail end of the season, he wasn't hitting it. That's because he wasn't playing his full minutes. I don't take anything from pretty much the last 2 weeks of basketball into effect because there was some teams sitting. There was teams like players were not playing full time. Like it was a weird time, but he's averaging 8 on the season, and he's going to have to go 30 minutes if they want to win this game. He goes 30 minutes. He hits 6 assists. Rudy Gobert, 10+ rebounds. He's averaging 11.5, and he's hit this in 10 of his last 11 games. They had to play every single game hard because they barely got in. Once they got in, but he's been going hard ever since. So you can trust those a little bit more. And like I say, he's averaging 11.5 on the season. Jalen Johnson, 17+ rebounds and assists. There was a small period of time where he was a triple-double machine for a while because he started getting assists out of nowhere. And I think he probably gets to 10 rebounds. If he gets to 10 rebounds, this hits pretty easily, I think. I don't necessarily think that they win that game, but I think Jalen Johnson has a good day. And then lastly, this last number felt fitting. LeBron James, 23+ points.
Love that.
So this team without Luka for at least this game, there's rumors he comes back for game 2, but they're without him for this game. Without Reeves, it's the LeBron James show. And there's no way LeBron James doesn't put up 23 points. I could have taken him higher. I just thought it was kind of nostalgic to give him the 23 points. And we're getting this at plus 312. I was able to boost this up to plus 375. These are all bets that I felt were really good bets for each individual game. If we can get there, if we can get the two that we got to look at, if we get the Harden 6 assists, which again, if he plays 30 minutes, which he should, because they're going to need to play every minute in this game, and Jalen Johnson 17 rebounds and assists, if we get those two, we're hitting this because Gobert's getting 10, LeBron's getting 23. So, and then obviously I have the Jordan Walker 2+ hits, runs, RBIs that added for the best bet. I feel like we're hitting that one regardless. So then it covers one of these two bets. So we just need to hit one of the other ones. That's kind of my goal. I want to hit both parlays every day, but my goal is hit one parlay and the best bet every day. That way I'm gaining units every day.
You know what's funny to me?
Yesterday we hit the strikeout parlay with the best bet, and we hit our home run last call. So that's why we gained so many units yesterday. But
what's so interesting to me, man, is, and obviously we got a lot of wrestling talk. So if you're not a wrestling fan, you should still watch. But if you are a wrestling fan, please hop in and join.
I still got 2 more slides of sports though, so don't go anywhere yet if you're not.
No, I know. I just, before we get to those, I just want to say, because like I think, well, myself included, we've evolved when it comes to gambling. Like, you know, I'm gonna hit 100 plus bets on the month, obviously, but like the way that you've gone from you're hedging in a way to great bets, right? But with good odds, like you're boosting them. So you got one that's damn near 3-1. You got one that's pretty much 4-1, and then your best bet. Like you've kind of hedged, because if you hit one, right, you hit the 3-1. That's it. I know it's 259, whatever.
Yeah.
You hit the 259, you lose the one, so you gain 2 units.
Right.
You know, like it's a lot. You're, for lack of a better term, like the first. The MLB bet, you're laddering your bets,
right?
So that if you lose one, you're gaining 2. You lose, you lose the left side, you're gaining 3. Like it's
an evolution that I started probably 2 months ago, because there was a period of time where I was hitting parlays like nobody's business. I was up 50, 60 units every month.
Yeah,
but you know, that's not sustainable for the long haul. I get that. So I evolved and I said, how can I make sure I stay up units? So I'm going to
you had like 8 parlays.
There was. But I would hit 2 or 3 of the plus 5s and 500s. So it was great. So like I said, you know what? We're going to stick to the 2 to 3 parlays depending on this.
I was going to say, this is probably what you're going to do the rest of the.
I almost did a third one today. I almost did a hits, runs, RBIs parlay, but I decided not to. So this is my standard.
I like the 1 and the 2. I like the 1 and the 2, and then I like the best bet.
This is my standard. Every now and then, if I really like something else, I'll throw it on there. But it probably won't ever get past 3 parlays.
Well, and you know what? But that's also the professor in you. Is like you're really doing this research. You're really putting your time into these bets. I mean, everything you just said. And it might not hit, right? Like there could be some weird stuff that happens that and it does. It happens in gambling. But like the fact that you have, first of all, I want to just say I love the strikeout parlay. You obviously gave a lot of stats on the NBA. I can't personally speak on that, but it sounds like you know what you're doing. But the left side, Peralta, Skeen, Sale, 5, 6, 7, that is a unbelievable, and that's why I said you're throwing $1 on that for me, please.
I almost went a little wild with this. I did. I almost, because I have a feeling today that Schoolball's getting to 10 strikeouts. So yeah. I almost threw Schoolball for 8 on this ladder. Plus 4.
Oh no! Okay, no. I'm not.
I didn't do it because I want to play it safe.
Well,
I didn't do it, but plus I have Schoolball on the 750 club, which is another
off air. If you want to do that, let me know, and you can also throw $1 on that for me.
But
it's fun. You're like my bookie right now.
I don't know who's next, but we'll see. I think it might be C Money. It is C Money. So I just skipped right past him. So he is going Will Warren over 16.5 outs.
Whoa.
Paul Skeens over 17.5 outs. And Tariq Schoolball over 18.5 outs. Now I didn't look any of this up. I didn't write any of this down, but I will look them up live with you all and just give you a basic breakdown of what they've done so far this year. I hear you. You got to remind me after the show of all these bets you threw at me.
I know. Yeah.
So I will tell you, the one I worry about the most of all 3 of these is Will Warren.
Yeah. Who are they playing? The Yankees.
They are playing.
I don't like
the
it.
Royals. They're playing the Royals, so that gives me hope.
Yeah.
But he's gone. He's only hit this number once this year, but he's also that was against the Giants, the Angels who are on fire right now.
Never mind.
That one bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want this. I'm sorry. I love C Money, but no, I'm opting out.
Skeens. I like Skeens. He's hit this. He's hit this in his last 2 starts.
So what is 19 outs? Is that's I can't do math. Oh, so that's just 6 1/3, right?
The 18.5.
Yeah, that's 6 1/3.
6 1/3. It's 1 out in the 7th inning, basically.
And then so Skeens is just 6 innings.
Skeens has hit this.
Warren
he's hit this two of the 4 starts, and he only missed about 1 out in the other start. So like I like the Skeens. I like the Schoolball. Will Warren is one I worry about.
Will looking like?
Will's is rough. Like I said, Will has only hit this once out of 4 starts.
I wish he was here to tell us why he had Will.
Well, I will tell you that he has a site that he uses, and it gives you it breaks down their pitching matchup and a bunch of things like left-handed, right-handed ratios, and it gives him a percentage that these bets will hit. And I think that Will Warren, for some reason, is probably because of who they're facing, it gives him the green light that this is one of the top 3 bets to bet. So like yesterday when he made that bet, all of those came from the same sheet. So I'm sure that's where it came from. He's using those stats, and it gives him a percentage like this is 70% likely to hit or something like that. So he takes the top 3 of those percentages likely to hit, and those are what he usually builds his parlay around.
Okay.
So I think that's where he got it from.
Don't. I mean, look,
what I will say is if you
I'm
believe,
not trying to poo-poo his parlay.
Here's what I'm gonna say: if you believe in the bottom 2, in the bottom 2, you make 2 bets. You bet one with the over and one with the under with Warren, and you're gonna make money because both will be a plus 400 or 500.
The 2 of them. If you just do Skeens and Schoolball,
if you do Skeens and Schoolball, you bet, and then you bet Will Warren for over, and then you do a second bet where you do Skeens and Schoolball and bet Will Warren for the under. That way, no matter what Will Warren does,
yeah.
as the school ball hits, you hit, and you're still going to make profit because it's plus 4 to 500. That's only if you believe in those bottom two, though. If you believe in those bottom two and not the top one, then you bet both ways and you still make money.
That is yes.
So that's the way to do it.
Say about that is yes.
That's the way to do it if you believe. Again, that's totally on you all if you believe in those bottoms.
Yeah.
They have hit it. They hit it more and they've missed it. So if you do, then bet it that way. If not, I understand. Next is going to be Jen's. She was doing a lot of research this morning because she's not big on basketball, but she's got some basketball bets. I haven't seen them yet.
Let's go, Jen. Come on. Let's see it.
But for the Houston Lakers game, she's got Thompson 30+ pro, Shepard 3+ assists, and LeBron James 40+ pro. She's got all the individual bets plus, and she parlayed on it plus 270. So she bet them individually.
She did individual and parlayed?
She did individually and parlayed. The Atlanta New York Knicks game, she's got Bridges 12+ points, Alexander Walker 25+ pro, Cat 20+ points, all individually and combined for 172. And then she went with the Cleveland Toronto game. She's got Mitchell 4+ assists and Walker 1+3. That's a minus 180, and she bet those individually as well. She bet all those people solo and all those people parlay.
Unbelievable.
This is her shot she's shooting to get back to the left side. She did not like the fact that she was down 5 units and everybody else was plus. Well, with the exception of Parker, who hasn't made that.
This is what the people that don't watch this show, that might watch this for the first time, this is what you sign up for, is this right here. Tail with caution. I like that. Love that, actually. She bet these all. You have the minus 199, 134, 185, right? You parlay them 70. Great. 175, minus 364, 128. Parlayed plus 172. Awesome. Minus 360 and 354. Parlayed minus 180. Amazing. But then you put them all together as a single bet to get like solo bets the entire time. If one of them hits, you're potentially making some money. Jen,
essentially, the way the top two will work is if you hit 2 of the 3, you won't lose money.
She has figured out gambling.
She's trying to cover herself in case it doesn't hit.
She has really changed the game when it comes to gambling. I'm not as smart as she is. The fact that she is doing this it's unbelievable. It's great for this show. It's also amazing for the people that are joining and want to get into gambling. This is how you do it, okay? We're idiots, okay? I'm an idiot. Professor is a professor. He's good at what he does, but he would probably admit that he's kind of an idiot.
I will say that I do a fair amount of research. She digs way deeper than I do.
She digs way deeper. CJ, I love him. He's an idiot. C Money, he's an idiot. Parker, love him, idiot. We're all idiots, okay? This is how you gamble, okay? And we have fun doing it. I'm sorry if I'm glazing Jen too much. Pause. The fact that she does all this research and does this stuff, it just warms my heart, man. Like, this is how you should gamble, is exactly this slide right here. And shout out to the basketball. And tail with caution. She also put that there.
When she says like basketball is not what she normally bets, so she has to do that amount of research. She's more football and then now golf, obviously, because she's become that. Yeah.
So you said she was doing all this research today?
Yeah, she was doing it this morning. She had a hair appointment at like 9 or 10:30, and she was from like 8 in the morning till like 9:30. She was doing research. Like 9:30. At like 9:30, she's like, "Give me the laptop. I gotta put my stuff together."
You got a good one, man. Oh my goodness.
She also helped me build the slide for the WrestleMania because I was busy doing something else. So I typed it all in. She just made the slide for me.
Unbelievable, man. That's
that being
awesome.
said, we're gonna have some last calls coming up. I have a couple. I have my long ball of the day is Manny Machado, 1+ home run at plus 375. I will pull up why I like him. It was between him and Tatis in that same game, but Manny Machado has been hitting home runs a little bit better this year. Both of them have good numbers, but they're going against Yusui Kikuchi. I can't say that right. I know I butchered that. He's only had 10 at bats, but he's 4 for 10 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs against him. He hits him pretty hard when he does hit him, so I really like this one. And then I am going to go to another forget that dime bet. I'm going Aaron Judge 1+ home run, Jordan Walker 1+ home run, and Ketel Marte 1+ home run for plus 8,876. We already talked about Aaron Judge. I'm not Aaron Judge, but Jordan Walker. To the no end. Aaron Judge, on the other hand, has – let me find him because he's also on a hit streak right now.
Yeah,
he's on a 8
home runs.
He's on a 6-game hitting streak where he has 5 home runs over the 6 games. And then Ketel Marte is on a 5-game hitting streak where he has 3 home runs over that 5 games. So, and Jordan Walker has 7 home runs over his 12-game hitting streak. So all 3 of these guys have hit in the majority of these games during this streak. They've hit a home run. So I'm just taking the guys who are doing it right now to hit these home runs at plus 8,876. And I may put one of these bets every day on my last call because we're going to start hitting these. And when we do, it's going to be a big.
You're throwing $1 on that for me, by the way.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, and then I guess I just have mine is just Jordan Walker. I think he's creeping into that, like every other day you can just see a home run.
And you know what's funny is on Fanatics I got him at plus 500.
There you go. I mean, unbelievable. You gave his metrics out, by the way. He's 6'6", 250. He is a linebacker. He is huge.
Yeah, he's huge.
And he seems to figure out his swing, and if he hits the ball, it goes fast. He has if he's not 1, he's 2 in average exit velocity on his bats. I think he's in the top 3.
Can we talk about, first off, he's 6'6", 250. Aaron Judge is 6'7", 282. Those 2 guys, that's like Max Crosby and Ray Lewis with It's wild. It's insanity.
They're just giant human beings, man. It's and you don't really realize it when you're like watching a baseball game, on TV. You don't really get how big that they are. They're just huge. Like Jordan Walker is just a giant man. Like he's just humongous. He looks slim, but if you were standing next to him, he's just like a mountain. Same with Aaron Judge.
When you're 6'6", you could be 300 and look slim.
It's unbelievable, and the fact that and I've always wanted him to put it together and figure it out, but it seems like he changed something in his stance. He's working with 23 years old. By the way, you want to know a crazy fun fact that I learned the other day?
What's up?
Andre Drummond is younger than Aaron Judge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Yeah, Andre Drummond. I feel like Andre Drummond is 40 years old. No, he's younger than Aaron Judge.
You want to feel something that makes you feel slightly better about yourself is the Cardinals' percentage points better than the Yankees because the Yankees are 11-9 and the Cardinals are 11-8.
Yeah, I'm well aware of the Cardinals' record compared to the Yankees.
To start the season, I'm not sure you would have told yourself that.
No,
2.5 weeks ago.
I would have never. But I still will never. I'm not ever going to put on the show Cardinals money line. That is, I will not do that. I might do that by myself, but
I get that.
I will not do that on the show. I'm a man of my word. And yes, shout out Jordan Walker. I think Jordan Walker hits home run. I think I think the pace that he's on, he's going to hit a home run every 3 to 4 games. I think I truly believe that that's what's going to happen. I think he's figured it out to the point where I'm not saying he's an Aaron Judge level. Well, yeah, I am actually saying he's an Aaron Judge level talent, and he just finally figured it out. Like being that big and that tall and that just strong, you have to really figure out your swing more than some other players. But I think Jordan Walker has figured it out to the point where you will see him hit a home run every like 12, 15 at bats.
I will tell you that I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like that his not his size, but the some of the bats I've seen him have, he kind of reminds me of Kyle Schwarber, where he looks effortless. Yep. He'll barely swing and the ball goes flying 400 feet.
Yep.
And that's a very Kyle Schwarber-ish. Like that dude.
Yep. I agree.
Really looks like he's good. He's swinging.
100%. Yep.
Honestly, the ones that he's swinging, that you see them swing the hardest, are typically not the ones that go the farthest.
Yeah.
It's those effortless swings.
Yeah, it's like it's the ones that you don't even think are going to be home runs.
And he's a much bigger individual than Kyle Schwarber is, so that helps too.
Yeah, he's huge. It's one of those things that I think he's gotten to the point where it's going to be a home run every 15 at bats, 20 at bats. And I'm not saying he's on pace for 60 something. I love that there's a Twitter account that is constantly is updating like the pace of home. I love that account. Because your guy, Brandon Lowe, because he's up there. But like Jordan Walker's on pace for like 60 plus home runs. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but I'm not going to not say that 50 is possible for Jordan Walker. It really is. And MVP is possible for Jordan Walker. And that will end up coming down to whether the Cardinals are a playoff team, which I think that they probably can be.
They're half a game out of first right now.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
However, the Pirates are, which is wild.
I'm going to go to at least we'll set the total. I'm already at 1. So we're gonna set the over under on Cardinal games I get to at 24.5. I think I'll probably smash that, but we'll see.
I mean, at $25 a ticket, it'd be hard not to.
Yeah, it was, dude. We sat front row for $50 to $25 a ticket. Front row, right field. Bang.
I'll put in further records. My bad.
All right.
We're gonna see Professor took over King of the Units again after yesterday. I am up
Danhausen.
7 units. PD King is still holding on, but barely, because Poolside Pat is 0.02 behind him. PD King needs to get his butt back on the show where he's going to get past.
Yeah.
Steve Money jumped from -1 all the way up to plus 358 after hitting his plus 560 yesterday. Jen obviously is at the where she's at, but she is planning on coming back after today.
She can.
Parker has had some issues this month, so we hadn't been able to bet, but we'll get him back soon.
We'll count because she did this individual bets. So even if it doesn't hit the parlay, if she hits any of those individuals.
Oh yeah, she puts when she does her stats, she puts everything on there, the individuals and the parlays.
Okay.
She does the same thing with golf. When you see all those golf bets, she bets all those individually. She puts them
all
on the
of them. Yeah. That's why she's at 5 and 20.
Right. So that's part of the reason why, if you have a rough day where a lot of those guys who didn't make the cut, that's what caused the 5 and 20.
Yeah.
It was guys like DeChambeau who should make the cut that didn't.
Yeah.
But
he screwed a lot of us, man.
Yeah, he did, because I had him to win, so he definitely screwed me. Yeah. But that being said, that is the end of the sports betting. We are going to transition into our WrestleMania talk. So WrestleMania talk. The rest of the show,
we have to figure out a name for our.
Yeah, I will tell you that going tomorrow we will have the exact same type of show. We will have all of our bets as we did, and then at the end we're going to talk about night 2 of WrestleMania. It's going to be a very similar show. But if you're not here for WrestleMania, this is your time to go.
We will review night 1 tomorrow and then talk about night 2. Yeah.
Yep. But I have every match for tonight listed here. And this is the order
is Oba and Brock tomorrow?
They are opening match of night 2.
Oh my god!
Man. At least on the site that I pulled up, when it broke the 2 nights down, they were listed as opening night of night 2.
Honestly, even though the build hasn't been great, this is a really good card.
Now, have they announced who's replacing? Was it Nikki Bella in that
No, it's
next tag match?
Paige.
Oh, it's Paige. She is. They did announce her as replacing.
No,
her?
I don't think they didn't announce it. But
Oh, okay, that's what I was saying. I know that it's probably Paige, but I was just saying, did they announce it yet?
No,
that's why I didn't put everybody. I didn't put everybody here because there was 8 names and it wouldn't have fit for 1, and then 2, I didn't know who was the who.
No, yeah, it's gonna be Paige.
Let me see.
Is this the actual order? Like, where did?
Yeah, this is the order that CBS has.
Okay.
This is the exact order. Yeah, tomorrow opening match is Oba and Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that match. I mean, I can just start. I figure we just kind of go down the list and just give our quick thoughts.
Yep.
I'm very excited for the opening match. I really want to see what iShowSpeed has. I think it's good that they are having LA Knight open the show because I think people are, and myself included, really want him to be more of a player, and I think he deserves to be in the title hunt. I do. Like, I think LA Knight is a star. The Usos, I mean, I don't know. I can give her, honestly, and people might not like this, but I can give or take the Usos. I think Jay's shtick is run. Jimmy's not really a player, but
Jay's new shtick is Crash Out Jay, and I actually like that version of him better.
I mean, I think that they're still stars. Like, don't get me wrong.
I mean, so for a very long time, I could give or take them for a very long time. Yeah. Recently, I'm gonna say recently, in the last 5 to 6 years, I mean, they really have become as a group one of the top 5 tag teams of all time. And
1,000%. Yeah,
but so Jey Uso can be entertaining. He also can be a lot when they overuse him. I feel like this new version of him crashing out is a little bit better because he's not like in your face all the time, out there eating it 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, he's also the better. Not to throw shade at Jimmy, but Jay is the better wrestler. Like,
he is. I mean, Jimmy is more of the muscle than and Jay. Jay kind of has a little bit of all of it. I agree with you on LA Knight. I really wish they used him a lot more. I feel like they fumbled a bag with that guy already.
I think they need to get back into the LA Knight business. I think Austin Theory, speaking of wrestling, is one of the better wrestlers in the company.
So technically speaking, yes, I don't like him at all though.
His characters, he's got nothing.
I feel like he was forced on us by a man who's not we can't speak of. And I think that's what has kind of drowned him out for a lot of people because he was forced down our throat. There was the whole John Cena thing, which made no sense. There was a lot of things that happened during that time. Yeah. I've never, ever liked somebody with the last name Paul, whether it's one or the other, but as a wrestler, I give Logan Paul credit. He's very talented, athletic. I've never liked them as individuals.
I think the biggest thing here is I'm excited to see what iShowSpeed has, and I am like I don't know anything about him and what he does. I don't. I just know that he's a influencer of some sort. I do not have. I know he's athletic. He played in the Tom Brady flag football thing, whatever that happened recently. I know he's an athlete. I know he's talented, but I don't know anything about him. So, but he
mainly started as a streamer.
Yeah,
and he picked up popularity quickly, super quick.
I do like that Danhausen has cursed him. I mean, I love Danhausen. Danhausen. We need more. Did you see the video of him in the blimp today?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see that video, but I saw his thing of saying something big coming.
He did it. He posted a video from inside the blimp.
That's funny.
He's just I love Danhausen.
I will say I personally don't like them being match 1, and the main reason is because I want match 1 to be like a pretty big match.
I prefer like Seth and Gunther.
Yeah, so I would have been Seth and Gunther or one of the 2 women's matches.
Steph and Liv could have been number 1. Yeah.
If Stephanie and Liv were number, like, because that gets the crowd going to get one of those bigger women's matches, and then you can transition into the Logan Paul one. But
I do like Fatu and Drew number 2. That has been a fire feud. I don't hate that positioning. I personally don't care who wins that match. If I'm being honest,
I feel like they need to boost. I mean, they came out boosting Fatu so much. They need to get him back to that status. And Drew had his run, which was cool and all, but he's on the backside where Fatu is the future. So I think they need.
Yeah,
they need to.
I'd agree with that.
And it's a match that truly is just a blood feud, so it doesn't mean anything really.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, so to give Fatu the bump would make sense to me.
I mean, Steph and Liv, I think you could go either way. I don't think either one of them necessarily needs the title. If I had to say, I think Steph probably needs it more than Liv. But I don't like that it's 2 women's match, 3 in a row, right in the middle there. I
will tell you. I think I don't know if either one of them need the win, to be honest, because Stephanie's so over now that she doesn't need it.
Liv is Liv. Like,
if I had to make a choice, I think Liv's winning the match, and the reason is because I think they want to build back up the the Judgment Day, and I think Dom's losing, so they're going to need a title in the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
so
Dom's definitely losing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dom, I think, is losing, so I think giving Liv the title at least still gives them some credibility with having the title.
Well, I think eventually she's going to leave. I think eventually she's going to go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I said this the other day. I don't know if I said this to you, but like there are wrestlers that just are not faces or heels. Like she's just Liv Morgan. She's not a face or heel. People love her. People hate her. And that's always going to be the case.
I don't know if anybody saw the WrestleMania kickoff that was yesterday. She was doing her thing, and then Stephanie came out, and Stephanie was talking about putting a lump on her head. She said I'm still hot though, and then everybody started moving.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Because she was on what's the Stephen A show? What, First Take? Yeah, and they were like, oh my goodness, they were looking at her face like it's like yeah, wrestling's real, bro. That's
why she made a post saying, and y'all still think wrestling's fake.
Yeah,
because she had 2 black eyes and a lump on her head. Like she
got the shit kicked out of her. Excuse my language.
But
AJ and Becky, I'll ask you.
I think there's a 0% chance that Becky Lynch wins this match. I think AJ.
Really?
I think it's 0% chance.
I was on the opposite side.
I'm gonna tell you why. They want AJ Lee to start having matches against people like Rhea Ripley and the bigger Tiffany Stratton, these bigger names.
Oh, Paige coming back.
And Paige coming back. Becky Lynch doesn't really need to carry the title right now. And like we've already seen all those matches with Becky Lynch. If this is AJ Lee's last run, we need to start having those kind of like Cena had his tour. We need to have those big matches, and it makes no sense for her to have those matches without the title.
Oh, so then do you think the Becky Lynch Seth Rollins household, they both lose?
I don't know if Seth loses. I'll tell
you. You think Seth's going to be cut? I don't think so.
I don't know. That one I'm not sure on, right? I'm kind of 50-50 on that one.
I know we're skipping a little bit, but yeah.
But I the reason I say that is because I already kind of have an idea of the script that they're using for Gunther going forward after this. And they need Seth back on top more than they need Gunther on top right now.
But Charlotte is my queen. Charlotte is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But I do have to say, I really don't care about match 5. That's bathroom.
Bliss has always been one of my favorite.
Which is totally fair. But
honestly, I don't care either, to be clear. But if I was rooting, I'm rooting for Charlotte Flair and Bliss's team.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, same. I would say the same. But then, yeah, we get to Seth and Gunther. Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, they've built Gunther to be this career ender. By the way, did you watch any of the Hall of Fame?
No, I have not. I'm going to, but I didn't watch it.
I highly recommend at least Stephanie, who kicks it off, which was awesome, and then AJ. Both speeches great. Both video packages great. You probably grew up with Sid Vicious, so his package was good.
Yeah.
His son looks exactly like him, which is weird. And then Demolition, I checked it out a little bit. I was too young for Demolition, so I didn't have any, wasn't too invested in them. But Stephanie, who kicks it off, and then AJ ending was you have to watch that before WrestleMania. Before tonight, you should watch.
Yeah, I'm watching all of it eventually. I'll probably pull up like the highlights of those before. I'll end up watching the whole thing later.
You think Seth's going to win? Why would Seth win?
So here's the thing. Gunther, his whole shtick is career ender. So that's not what this match is. He's not ending Seth Rollins' career.
That's true.
He will be ending Brock Lesnar's career later this year.
Yes. I think
Brock Lesnar, from the rumors I've heard, wants out. He's done. He wants to walk away.
Yeah.
And so he can easily lose this match to Seth Rollins, and it won't matter because when he ends Brock Lesnar's career, he'll be right back to where he was.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Seth Rollins is coming back. He needs a win this big in order to get back to where he was. Now, don't get me wrong. He's going to have his people regardless because he's Seth Rollins, and he's been around that long and he deserves it. But you can't come back and then just get demolished by Gunther and then be on top. Like, it just doesn't work that way. So that's why personally I think Seth Rollins is going to win. Now, do I think he cheats to win? Yes. So do I think he gets a clean win? No. But I think it's going to end up being Seth Rollins. I could be wrong. I could be way off. Maybe they just have Gunther demolish him and keep him rolling. I think people are getting bored of Gunther, which is why I think the Seth Rollins is going to win, to be completely honest with you. Because although Gunther
Are you getting bored of Gunther?
I don't care either way, to be clear. Sure. So I don't have a strong emotion about him winning or losing. I'm not a fan of what they did with John Cena with Gunther, to be honest. I don't like that match at all.
Are you a Seth guy?
So I've never been I wouldn't call myself a Seth guy, but I root for him more than I don't. I like a lot of what Seth Rollins does. It just depends because he goes through so many different versions of himself that I like some of the versions of him and then other versions annoy me. So it just kind of depends on which version he is. I got a feeling he's going to be a more serious version of himself right now, which is the version I like the most. I don't mind the pompous part, but when he's just goofy all the time is when I don't like it.
He was sitting next to Cena at the Hall of Fame last night.
I mean, overall, I think he's amazing. But
yeah, I'm a Seth guy. I do agree with you though. He is kind of like the different versions. You kind of go through it, and I'm not as big of a Seth guy. I went to WrestleMania in Florida when it was Taker and Triple H in the cell. That's my first WrestleMania was that one with Shawn Michaels as the special referee. Mm-hmm. That year, Seth, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, they all. So you would go to the WrestleMania Access, right? And they had a ring, and they were bringing out NXT superstars. So it was Seth Rollins. So I remember, and I knew him as Tyler Black. I knew him as Tyler Black from Ring of Honor. Yep. I'd seen him in a police academy gym, in wrestling with Ring of Honor as Tyler Black. I knew who he was, and I knew Kevin Steen, and I knew El Generico. And then I saw them at this WrestleMania Access performing as Seth Rollins. I remember my first thought about Seth Rollins was, what a dumb name. What a just Seth? You're gonna put the title on a guy named Seth? And then obviously they did. I mean, the talent prevailed. I mean, he's so, and you kind of said it, he's so good. But yeah, I mean, the shtick, the whole changing of his personality, his face back to heel, he's not. I said this about other wrestlers. I don't know if he's at the point yet where he's just Seth Rollins. Like, I think he has a face and heel. You know what I mean? Like, he's not at the point for me, at least. And he's so talented. He's great. He's a made man. Don't get me wrong.
Here's what I'm going to say about him. So here's the thing. He is so good at being both.
Yeah.
Like when he's heel, he's so good at being heel that everybody hates him.
Yep.
And when he's a face, he's so good at being a face that everybody's chanting his name.
Yep.
So like that's why he's not that, but I think it's because he is so good at both of those things.
Yep.
Like so honestly, it's kind of like Cena, right? Up until those mixed reviews, you either loved him or hated him. There's no in between, and I think that Seth Rollins is kind of that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
I think that's the reason. It's not to downplay it. I think that is for a very good reason. I think he pulls strong emotions from people.
I think that I think at the end of the day, Seth and Gunther, I think you just flip a coin. I
agree.
I can see it going either way. You can see it going either way, right? Like at the end of the day,
just depends on what direction they want to go with their storylines. I just think storyline wise, it doesn't matter for Gunther, but it does for Seth, which is the only reason.
Yeah. I think I actually completely agree with you because if Gunther goes on to SummerSlam and retires Brock, it doesn't matter what happens between now and then,
right?
Because he will be the guy that's
change that. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's just a rumor and that's not what it is, but it feels like it is.
That also, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, but that also comes down to what happens tomorrow.
That's true too. That's very true.
Because of what if
I'm very certain. I'm fairly certain that Oba's winning them.
I think so too. We'll get to that. But main event. I'm going to step away for one quick second, but if you want to start talking about the main event, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So for me, I don't know why people are hating on this match as much as I've heard, but I think Randy Orton's winning this match. I think he's going to have interference. I think Pat McAfee gets involved. I think that they want Orton to have his final hurrah, and in order to do that, he's got to win this match. And Cody doesn't really need it. And I also think it leads to the storyline of Cody transitioning more and more into the semi-heel role. I don't know if he goes full heel or not, but I think it pushes his character that way, which is why I think Orton wins. Plus, they just need. I've been saying this for a year and a half now. They just need to give Orton another title run. He needs it. I think with the whole scene of it all, with the total of titles, all that stuff, and I think WWE needs it. And there's a lot of people out there there's a lot of people who love Cody Rhodes, but there's a ton more people that have gotten tired of the Cody Rhodes that we have currently. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I'm just saying if you read out there are a lot of people who kind of gotten bored of the Cody Rhodes trying to finish the story that already finished the story, and we're still carrying that line going, even though the story's been finished twice. I think that they need to push him in more of a heel direction. Whether he goes full heel or not, I don't know. They need to push him in that direction. The way to do that is him losing this match to Randy Orton. They have a semi-feud where they destroy each other for a little bit longer, and then it ends at SummerSlam some way, shape, or form. That's why I think Randy Orton wins this match. Again, I think it's going to be a lot of interference in this match. Cody won't have the backup he had in those other Roman Reigns matchups. I think he's on his own this time. So that's just where I'm at with it. I'm really looking forward to this match because I'm interested to see which direction they go with it, to be honest with you. Because there is multiple ways they could go with this. I just think the one that makes the most sense is Orton winning.
Oh yeah. I love Cody.
I do too.
I'm a huge Cody guy. I've been a Randy guy for a long time too. It took me a while to get to that point. One of my best friends is a huge Randy Orton fan and legend killer, all that. Shout out Nick, my guy. He's probably not watching, but I think they have to put the title on Randy. I just do. I think the story, as you kind of mentioned, gets more nuanced and there's more to the Cody story if he loses, rather than if he wins.
Right.
And same with Randy. I don't love the Pat McAfee stuff. I don't. But I don't hate it. I'm not one of those people that are so upset that Pat McAfee is now involved. I'm not that guy. Could the build have been a little bit better? And they didn't even need Pat. I mean, you could have done Cody and Randy just by their being in the legacy and all that. Like you could have done it a number of ways, but it's TKO. I get it. Like, it's totally fine. To me, I really don't care about the Pat McAfee.
So here is my thing. They're not using Pat McAfee to help with the Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. They're using Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton to help with the storyline for Pat McAfee. So this is what I think he gets involved today. I think he gets involved tomorrow also. I think he gets involved in the CM Punk match. I think he causes CM Punk to lose the title to Roman Reigns. And then we have a build-up to a match between Pat McAfee and CM Punk at SummerSlam. That's what I think this is for. That's what I think he's involved in this whole thing for to begin with. It's all a build-up to that. That's why they had the back and forth with Punk in their, in the pipe bomb too. They had them going back and forth a little bit because they're trying to give us a little bit of that now, even though it doesn't even make sense considering it's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton right now.
That actually, to be honest, does bother me a little bit though, because I feel like we should just be focused on the fact that it's WrestleMania, and this Orton Rhodes, to me, is a big enough main event that it doesn't need anything. So, and I get it. I totally understand. Pat McAfee, megastar. I get that. But Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, those two names alone at this point in their careers is huge. Like that is a WrestleMania main event. I don't care what they had planned, injuries, whatever. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes is a WrestleMania main event in 2026. That is a WrestleMania main event, and you don't need any
main event, to be honest. But like, here's the thing: it's not. I get it. You're right, but I don't know. You remember the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns where there was 4 billion people involved, right? Where everybody, including the Undertaker, came out. Yeah. And I think we're gonna get something similar to that in this match. I think you're gonna have. I think you're gonna have all kinds of people coming out, not just Pat McAfee.
I wouldn't hate that.
It's just I think this is the Pat McAfee version is just the tip to that iceberg. I think, which why I don't think it really has bearing necessarily on this at all. I think that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are big enough, but it's WrestleMania and they like to make a spectacle.
I would not hate a lot of people getting involved. I think
the fact that Randy Orton was one of those people, because that's why they started talking. Last night Randy Orton started talking about how he was always there to help Cody Rhodes. He was always there as his friend, and Cody never did anything for him. So I think that's kind of alluding to the fact that all those people. I think you might even see Kevin Owens come back. And
I was going to say, who would you, if you had to like,
you could see Kevin Owens come back. All those people along the way who helped Cody Rhodes that might feel snubbed by him now. All of those people might come to help Randy Orton.
Yeah, Owens is definitely one. I think
you could have a reverse side of that match here, and it would make a lot of sense why they're doing it.
I don't think we see Ted DiBiase Jr. I think that's probably not going to happen.
So maybe. What I think you might see is you're going to start with Pat McAfee getting involved. He'll be the first.
Yeah. McAfee, Owens.
I think Cody Rhodes has somebody like a Cena get involved, who's going to be
Cena could potentially, yeah, I could see.
And he comes and gets involved, then he gets taken out, and then you could have a goofy Danhausen thing where he comes out and like curses Cena or something, and then you have a bunch of people who like Kevin Owens or whoever come out and end up helping Randy Orton, and then I think they end up doing it something similar to that. I think that's what they're going. I could be wrong. Like, it could just be a normal match, and to me it makes no sense to do it that way. But like, it could be a normal match, and Pat McAfee is just in the corner and gets involved, and it ends that way. It could be a lot like the Travis Scott thing, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're in agreement though that Randy is walking out of WrestleMania as the champion. I think. Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
I just don't see what storyline makes sense otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, unless Randy Orton is going to be going out because of some underlying injury, like some rumor was put out, which I don't believe that rumor at all. But like, unless that's the case, that's the only way that this would go the other way.
Yeah, I would agree. Yep.
Because he would have to disappear for a while because like he would have no storyline at that point.
Yeah. C Money, welcome.
What up?
Do you want to give? I do got to get going in a couple minutes, but do you want to give your takes on matches 1 through 7 here?
I mean, probably whatever you guys said is probably what I'm gonna say a lot of. But like, I see AJ keeping her belt.
Okay.
The Steph Liv. I think they give the belt to Liv.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said.
Yeah.
So I'll recap basically what we said. The first one, I honestly don't care who wins the first one. As long as they make it a decent match, I don't care. I think Fatu's winning. I think Liv Morgan's winning. I think AJ Lee's winning. I think Bliss and Charlotte Flair's team's winning. I think Seth Rollins wins, and I think Randy Orton's wins. That's where I'm at right now with the card.
Yeah, I mean, unless something dramatic happens, that's how I see all of this panning out.
Yeah, I'm similar. I don't care about match 1. Just hope it's a good match. I think Jacob has to win. I see Liv winning, but I wouldn't be shocked if
the Stephanie Liv match and the Seth Gunther match, you could flip a coin. I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Both ways, it would make sense.
I think AJ wins. I think AJ wins. I don't really care who wins Bliss and Bailey, but I'm rooting for Charlotte, so Team Bliss, I guess. And then flip a coin for Seth and Gunther. Really don't know. I think there's so many different ways that can go, whether Gunther or Seth wins. So
yeah,
I think it's going to come down to what happens in the match itself. That and then in my opinion, there's no way Randy doesn't walk out as champion. I really.
Like I said, the only one way I think is if he really is hurt, and
true.
That's the only way. I don't.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, he's there. He's going to be there every day, like he's been. Then there is no reason for him.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, unless it's like a semi-serious injury, I don't see that because the buildup is just too big, just for him just to be like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah, because
even
if it was a minor injury, they could have.
It would literally destroy everything.
Yeah. The whole Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he can pull the Roman Reigns.
If Randy loses, Pat won't do anything with WWE anymore. Like he's Randy's gonna win, and maybe that's the wool that they're trying to pull over our eyes is that Cody will end up out of there, and there could be some good stories that come from Cody winning. I mean, at the end of the day, especially if he has to be a heel to win, right? Like if
there can be, but I think you're going to lose a lot of the fans if you do it.
Well, yeah, because it's hard to turn Cody into a bad guy, right?
Like
right now.
Cody winning after this build up, and I think the fans would turn against
and he's on the cusp of turning.
It's happening for sure. It's just I think losing this match is what pushes him over that edge. To be honest,
yeah.
I mean, it could be that he just has to go super heel to win this match, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but
it's not going to happen. But I would actually mark the hell out if they just do like a finger poke of death. Cody just lays down for Randy, and they just form a stable.
I'm pretty sure they would end the stream, but getting booed if they did that.
I would love it.
The rest of America would be booing.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean I'm excited. I mean, out of all these matches, I'll just do a quick top 3. I'm most excited for the main event. Number 2 would be just in general of like match wise. Probably Steph and Liv.
Yeah, that's.
And then number 3. Ooh, it's either Seth and Gunther or Jacob and Drew. I think those are the 3 like to really. And not to say that the others aren't going to be good, but like those are my personal top 3, like what I'm most looking forward to
Yeah, I agree with 1 and 2 for you. I think the main event's my 1. I think Steph and Liv are 2 for me.
Just because they've beaten the crap out of each other over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just Gunther.
Me personally, my third one, my third one personally is AJ and Becky. Other than that, I literally don't care about any other one.
That's where I was leaning myself, just because that will be an entertaining match at the very least. Gunther sometimes bores the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie, and has nothing to do with him. He, technically speaking, he's probably one of the better wrestlers that we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
I just don't like the story. I don't like this storyline. I don't like anything they do.
No, me neither. Me neither. I'm with you. It seems so. Seth and Braun would have been so much better.
I like the version he was when Ludwig Kaiser was announcing him out. Like that, his original version was much better. Well, not original, but his second version, because Walter was the original version.
Walter was great.
Oscar, we're gonna go back to Walter.
Seth versus Braun would have been like a borderline main event if Braun wasn't hurt. That would have been
it would have been close.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's the match I wanted because I love Braun. I'm a huge.
And that's
Braun.
what they if Braun hadn't got hurt.
We'll still get that match. It'll just be later now.
Yeah, probably like SummerSlam. Honestly, it'll probably be SummerSlam. But it'll be Seth and Braun. Yeah.
I think another thing is this match is a throw-in because Braun got hurt, and that's why it doesn't make a lot of sense to people.
And you've kind of convinced me, Rob, that Seth beating Gunther would be great for Seth versus Braun, and then Braun puts down Seth.
Right.
Gunther will be fine because he'll put down Brock.
Right.
They're both going to be fine either way. It doesn't really matter how that match goes. They're both going to be fine.
And just like
Seth is a made man anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right, 100%.
He can lose this and still come back and beat Braun, or Braun beats him. Seth doesn't need anything. He's a made man, no matter what happens. Gunther is starting to be like the mid 2000s Randy Orton, legend killer. And which is fine. Which I actually don't. I don't hate that. I like that he's kind of like that.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's the version that we needed.
Yeah. Cena, AJ, and then Brock. I mean, they've
been using him to put everybody else over for 3 years now. And that's why I've said for 2 years he deserves to get a final push, because he's been doing everything the company wanted him to do for 3 years.
Who? Gunther or Seth?
No, I'm talking about Orton.
Oh, Orton, yeah. But Orton, that's the thing about those last 2 matches, is that neither dude needs to win to be where they are. All 4 of those guys are made men no matter what happens.
Those matches, that's why to me those matches are just storyline dependent. That's all it is. Yep. What storyline makes the most sense, and that's why I lean why I do, because you're right. It doesn't matter who wins those matches.
No,
in the grand scheme of things outside of their storylines.
And there's going to be some outside shenanigans that decide what happens.
Correct. 100%.
I'm really hoping over the next 2 days we get some special appearances that we don't know about.
Well, you can't do talking about it, but I just said I think that last match is going to be a lot like the one that Cody beat Roman Reigns, where there was people that got involved. I think that's what that match is going to be.
We could see Paige, or for that last match, we could see. What did we just say? We said potentially Ted DiBiase, probably not. Who's the guy you said? Well,
so you're gonna probably see Kevin Owens. You're probably gonna see
Kevin Owens.
You're probably gonna see Pat McAfee. You're gonna have Pat McAfee. You'll probably see Kevin Owens. You could see Cena help Cody Rhodes out.
Danhausen.
You could possibly see the Danhausen thing come jinx Cena or something, because he called himself the new GOAT as a joke.
I love Danhausen.
Goathausen.
Danhausen is so. I love.
We need some Goathausen.
I need a Goathausen shirt.
He got his Blimphausen.
Yeah, he did get his Blimphausen.
I mean, you can see Chris Jericho. I wouldn't be shocked to see Chris Jericho.
This is not happening.
That's going to happen, but it's not going to happen. I just read an article on him. It's going to be a little while longer before that.
And this is not happening for a while either. But the one return I want of all of them is Dean Ambrose.
It's Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, for sure. Like
I think that can also happen. Yeah.
there could be so many amazing storylines once Dean Ambrose.
Dean could come out for Seth and Gunther.
He could also get involved in the Punk Roman match.
I think it's more likely that he would do the Roman match.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many possibilities.
There are. I just don't think
I don't
think it's time for Ambrose yet, but I would love for him to do that.
People that are hating on this build, first of all, you're totally welcome to have that take. But it's WrestleMania Saturday, and I'm so freaking excited. And you never know what's going to happen, man. I mean, there could be so many awesome moments tonight and tomorrow. And we'll I think we tabled this on tonight's card that we have here. We will talk tomorrow. We will review what happened tonight, and then we will preview tomorrow night. I think that, and this is also a preview for our wrestling podcast, which is still unnamed, but it will be named soon. And we're going to do that because
I think we take Jen's name, Shoots and Ladders.
No.
not a horrible name.
Dean Ambrose is signed until 2027, so he's more likely WrestleMania 2027.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. Well, I think Jericho is on a. I don't think he's contracted.
He's on a retirement through AEW. I think is what I read.
So he could technically appear. He could appear. I don't know why I'm clamoring for Jericho in 2026.
I love Chris Jericho.
I do love Chris Jericho.
April 10th, 2026. Tony Khan says he's inked a multi-year deal with Chris Jericho. So,
damn it.
Whatever that means.
No.
Right.
I don't know.
Whatever.
There's a bunch of dudes that could show up. You never know. And at the end of the day, we might not get any of them. So
yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to get some people. We know we're going to get Paige. And now that I think about it, Team Bailey may win just because of Paige returning.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but that's very possible just because it makes sense to bump Paige up as soon as she gets there.
Yeah.
Again, I don't care. So that's what they do. Go for it.
I don't care.
But we're going to get surprises. I
hate to say this. I really don't want to be disrespectful, but that's my bathroom match. And I love Charlotte. Charlotte is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but that is my bathroom match.
Not the bathroom match.
Yes, that's my bathroom match. I have to be attentive for Seth and Gunther in the main event.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Match 1 is mine.
Thanks. I was looking. I was like, yeah, 1. I
just want to see what I want to see ISHO Speed take 1 bump, and then I'm good after that. And
I don't need him to take a bump. He took a spear from fucking Braun Breaker.
I know, and he got killed. I had said this, C-Money, and I would like to get your take on this. It's a bummer that LA Knight is he needs to eventually get into the world title picture. He is just it's a shame he's I mean, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be whatever, but it's LA Knight needs to be a world title contender.
Yeah, I was talking about this with my cousin's boyfriend the other night. They're just LA Knight his fan base is just there, and they need to do something with them or let him go. Let him go somewhere where he can be a champ. If you're not going to make him a champ in WWE, either use him or get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because this mid card crap you're doing with them is just wild.
Let him get an IC run. Let him get a different belt. He don't have to get a world title. You can give him a lesser belt, but you need to give him a run.
Exactly.
He needs a run of something. Yeah. He's so good, and he's not getting any younger. He is an older dude, so it's
yeah,
do it now, and he's just so over. This is what our podcast would be: is us just complaining about wrestlers all the time. But I love him so much. Austin Theory, we talked about it. He's a great wrestler. Don't really get where he's at right now. Logan Paul, I give all of the respect to Logan Paul. I think he's amazing in ring, and he's obviously a very popular guy. The Usos are kind of in their the Usos are in a weird spot. I think Jacob needs to win over Drew. Steph and Liv can go either way. AJ and Becky can go either way, in my opinion, but it's probably going to be AJ. The 8-woman tag match, whatever, in my opinion, but it'll probably be whatever team Paige is on. Seth and Gunther, I think, is a coin flip, in my opinion, and Cody and Randy, it has to be Randy. It has to be Randy.
And shameless plug, nobody's watching that matters, but bring Scarlett and Karen Cross back, please.
They're what? They're back?
No, I said bring them back.
Oh, yeah, bring them back for sure.
Oh, I think he froze.
I don't know. He's a champion over AEW, so he ain't coming back anytime soon.
Can you guys still see him?
Yeah.
MJF?
No.
No, Darby Allin just won.
Yeah, Darby Allin beat
That was
him.
weird.
I'm talking about Karrion Kross. He's a champion now.
Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't have a contract with them. He's working as a contractor.
Darby squashing MJF was insane.
No, when you froze, I said what I said was nobody that matters is watching, but I need WWE to bring Karrion Kross back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not only do you need to bring him back, but you need to give Kross a push because
Yeah.
like LA Knight, that guy deserves it.
Yeah. And yeah, Karrion Kross and his wife definitely deserve to be.
And yeah, they're doing that thing in AEW, but they're not under contract. They are literally they're kind of like what Matt Cardona was for a while. They're
going to be brought back. They're going to be brought back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing too much of our wrestling
Sorry.
podcast. We have to say some of this.
Sorry, I was just putting my plug because I missed my girl.
Well, this is our. We're basically doing our first episode of our show. We have to see this.
So Pat, this box right here is
I
probably
thought you were about to show some pictures.
No, this box right here is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000 worth of Scarlett autographs. So
That's insane.
I need Scarlett to come back.
All right, end the show.
All right. Well, I appreciate. We have 53 people here, which is wild. That means everybody was here, stayed here, and then we gained people on top of that. So if all of you really do like this, follow us on our X page. Get us to 500. We will be starting a podcast sometime this summer, sooner rather than later. My guess is before SummerSlam, and you get a lot more of this in addition to our bets. So please check us out. Follow us on X, and I will play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.